Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about the pre-launch of PLCU Ultima Token. And this is currently in pre-launch and launching on the 30th of March, 2023. And I'm also going to give you a full presentation of how you can get involved both as a passive member, that's generating income completely passively every single month, or perhaps you might also like to join our community, and we have more than 2 million members now around the world, helping to spread the understanding of cryptocurrency and also helping people to generate monthly residual income. So I'm going to keep this presentation as simple as possible. We're going to aim to keep it within 60 minutes. And so let me share the screen and talk you through some simple concepts, and do take notes. And I'm here to answer any questions, of course, moving forward. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about this company called PLC Ultima. And first of all, of course, for those people who know a little bit about cryptocurrency, you'll appreciate that it is a completely unregulated marketplace. Now, in the UK, where I used to live, I now live in Spain. I've been in Spain 24 years now. I was a professional financial advisor. I've also been a financial advisor in the Middle East, working in Abu Dhabi, which is about an hour's drive away from Dubai. But this is an unregulated market. So I'm not here to give financial advice. I recommend that perhaps you take a screenshot of this page here right now, because this business, of course, does carry an element of risk. And of course, any business carries an element of risk, because if it didn't have any risk, let's face it, it wouldn't be a business. So you have to watch this presentation, do your own calculations, and decide if this is a business that you wish to be a part of. So I'm going to be talking about digital currencies. And it's one of those subjects right now that I would say everybody has an opinion. Most people have heard the word Bitcoin, but the reality is most people have got actual no experience. So obviously don't listen to people who have an opinion. Listen to those people who have personal experience. But unfortunately, for those people who do have experience, I would say 95% of people have actually lost money in the cryptocurrency market. And the reason for that is they typically bought into perhaps Bitcoin or Ethereum. And we know that cryptocurrency is a volatile marketplace, which means it goes up in value. It also comes down in value. In fact, last year, 2022, was mostly what we call a bear market. And literally the market reached a peak market value of over $3 trillion. And literally 2/3 of the value was wiped off the market last year. And it came down to over just $1 trillion. So therefore, most people holding crypto last year actually lost money on paper. Now, when I say on paper, that means that they lost money theoretically, but unless they sold their crypto assets, they didn't lose anything. But what typically happens is when people buy into the crypto market and they go up in value, they get very excited. But then when it goes down in value, they get very nervous. And typically, they can only cope with so much until they physically sell those assets and lose money. And that's what's happened to 95% of people. The other people who've lost money are those people who've got involved with different schemes. Some people would call them scams or Ponzi schemes that have appeared online. There have been literally thousands, if not tens of thousands of these companies have appeared and disappeared, literally within 12 months of getting started. Now, I'm here to talk about a company which is now the world's largest and most established and most successful crypto and networking company in history. We're talking about crypto. The biggest financial institutions now, like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, etc., they're all putting more and more of their assets into this market because they're generating far better returns from investing in the cryptocurrency markets than they are investing in their traditional financial markets and the commodity markets, etc. So they're getting better returns for their shareholders and for their investors. But of course, these major banks and the financial institutions, they all employ highly experienced, highly skilled professional traders who trade these markets. And the reason they're doing well with the cryptocurrency market is because they are so volatile, and traders need volatility to enter the market, to know when to exit the market, and that's how they generate their profit. But unless you're a professional trader, and let's face it, most people are not, then you're not going to typically make money by holding crypto and then selling it when it goes down in value. Having said all that, this is what we call the biggest transfer of wealth in history. In fact, crypto has already been quoted as the best investment in the history of the world. That is for those people who got in at the right time, of course. And during the course of this presentation, I'm going to show you how you can get involved in what we believe is the next Bitcoin. So this company called PLC Ultima has now been established 7 years. That makes it the most established crypto company in the world today. When I say the most established crypto and networking company, because that's right, we are a networking company. What does that mean? It means that we expand our company through the power of word of mouth advertising. A little bit like Facebook did. They didn't advertise to expand their network of customers. They just grew by word of mouth advertising. And this is no exception. The difference being is that Facebook, for example, didn't pay anybody to recommend Facebook, but we do, because we believe, and the owner of our company believes, that this marketplace is so early right now that most people don't understand what's involved, and so therefore they incentivize our members to share how this actually works, to show people how they can get involved, and therefore we actually can generate additional revenue by helping to build this community. Now, in terms of the community, this quotes 1.5 million users, but now we've actually got more than 2 million users because this is growing very, very quickly. We've already got more than 11 successful blockchain-related projects. We've got more than 4 offices globally, with more offices opening all the time. Our head office is based in Dubai. I've just recently returned from our global convention, which was held at the Atlantis Hotel in Dubai. And of course, I also attended various meetings held at our head office, where we have 3 floors in one of the major towers in the business area known as Jumeirah Lake Towers. Beautiful modern office building that looks right across Dubai. On the 20th floor, we've got 3 floors there, as I mentioned. And we actually invite all our members to visit our office, to meet some of our leaders. And in fact, those people who are really serious about running this business, they can physically operate from our office. So how about that? You can have your own desk and feel very, very welcome to work from there. And particularly if you've got any local contacts in Dubai and that sort of area, you can invite them to the office to meet our leaders and of course get your questions answered. So this is the owner of the company, an individual called Alex Reinhardt. He's been quoted as one of the 10 most influential individuals in the cryptocurrency industry. He's a venture capitalist. He's got a history of creating very, very successful companies, and he's been quoted in the Forbes magazine, the Entrepreneur magazine, and he has a vision for this company to be generating €1 billion a month. In fact, we've now generated our first billion last year. We did €1 billion of revenue between January and October of 2022, and I'll show you that on this slide here. As you can see, a turnover of €1,145,340,000 was generated. And this was generated in the sale of technology, because this is a technology company. Yes, of course, we're in the cryptocurrency space, but we sell technology in the form of a license. And people can purchase licenses of different values, depending on what they want to speculate in the crypto market. And more importantly, because this company uses networking as a means of expansion, and we don't spend any money whatsoever on typical advertising in the media, online or offline, the company was actually paying out 70% of the revenue to the network, but that's now been increased to 80%. So you can see that last year, more than €700 million was paid out to our community as a thank you for helping to grow our community. And the reason for that is because the company realized that these coins that we're about to produce and we are producing only have real value in the marketplace if there is a community to support that coin. And so first and foremost, we have to build our community, because that creates demand, it creates liquidity, and it creates demand for our coins. But you can see here, we're talking about our goal of being €1 billion of revenue per month. And that will actually make this company the most successful networking company in the world. And our next goal is to be having 10 million users around the world. And we anticipate this will probably be within the next 12 to 18 months. So we're talking about an ecosystem. I'm here to talk specifically about PLCX Minting, this one in the bottom right-hand corner there. But briefly, we have a couple of blockchains already where we host a number of different coins. And the difference between a coin and a token is a coin has its own dedicated blockchain. And we do have a couple of blockchains already which are hosting our existing coins. And we also have our own debit card, which is a MasterCard. This comes automatically when you buy one of our minting licenses costing €1,100 or more, but it comes also with a fully functional online bank account. And this fully functional online bank account is also fully regulated by the FCA in the UK. Now, the FCA regulates all financial institutions, banks and financial institutions, and this is a fully regulated bank account that you're having access to, and also this MasterCard. And of course, we're showing people how to acquire the MasterCard, the online bank account, but also how to be generating completely passive income on a monthly basis. Now, talking about people around the world right now, this debit card is distributed throughout the world, including Africa, and including places like India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, etc. Many of those countries where they currently don't have access to a bank account, and equally they don't have access, of course, to any kind of debit card. So you imagine this as a solution to all those people living in those countries who don't have access to a bank account, who don't have access to a debit card, and even don't even have access to any form of income online. So we can provide those people with a solution that is a recognized method of generating income, a proven system, but also an online bank account, a debit card, and what goes with it as well. In addition to that, we've got an e-commerce website, we've got crowdfunding, we've just launched our own internal exchange, a little bit like Binance. We've got our own travel platform, which is a little bit like the travel portals that you've probably been using previously, but this time, this company are not going to be adding their profit margin. So therefore, you'll be able to book your travel, your flights, your hotels on our travel platform and literally be saving maybe up to 90% saving when you use that travel platform. We did have what we call a 50% cashback program, but we've now increased that to a 100% cashback program. And using that cashback program, we've had many of our members who've purchased real estate, cars, including supercars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, and then of course the medium range cars like the Audis, the BMWs, the Mercedes, etc. And we've actually got collaborations in place supporting that cashback program. We've got a collaboration in Dubai right now with Emaar, which is Dubai's largest property developer. I believe it's owned by the Dubai royal family. The second largest property developer in Dubai is Damac. We've also got a collaboration with them as well, where we've sold over 150 different real estate units, apartments, using this 50% cashback program. We've also got collaborations with car dealers in Dubai and also in Germany, and we are expanding that throughout the rest of the world as well. But I'm here to talk about this thing called PLCX Minting. So this is where you can download 2 applications to your smartphone or your tablet. One effectively is what we call a minting farm, and the other one is your wallet. And so we're going to show you how you can actually be your own producer of your own cryptocurrency. And it's involving 3 steps, really simple. You can acquire your PLCX coins from the open market. We'll show you how to do that. We've got a step-by-step video tutorial. Once you've done that, you can buy your minting license. And I'm going to talk to you in a few moments about what those physically cost. And then once you've done that, you're going to acquire these PLCX coins and deposit those into your wallet. And you're going to get paid every single month by a smart contract, which is going to pay you a percentage of what you deposit into your wallet directly from the blockchain. So, of course, this is the risk and reward. The risk, of course, there's always an element of risk, but what we like about this business is this coin, PLCX, has a fixed, stable value of $100,000. What this means is if you generate an income of $1,000, let's say this month in PLCX, that PLCX still has a value of $1,000 this time next month and this time next year. So that's really, really important. It eliminates all the risk of volatility. Now, what you can do is when you generate that income, of course, you can cash it out and withdraw it perhaps onto your MasterCard, or you can choose to put it back into your minting farm to increase your minting rewards for the following month. And these are the two applications, as I mentioned, the wallet and the farm, and you can download them from either the Apple Store or the Google Store. And now we've actually simplified it even further, because for those people who don't want to download these applications, who want to keep it really, really simple, you can register a free account. Just ask the person who invited you to this presentation and they will provide you their referral link. So you can register a free account and then you can purchase your minting license from within your account and you don't have to download anything. It's what we call DBX minting, dashboard minting for PLCX. And these are the different licenses. So they go from all the way from 110 euros all the way up to 550,000 euros. And we recommend to most of our members, if you possibly can, to consider buying at least a basic membership, which is 1,100. And the reason for that is because those of 1,100 or more come with a free MasterCard. And that's very, very important because it means you can transfer your income onto that MasterCard and literally spend it anywhere in the world right now. Now, currently, we have a very special offer on. Here we are, it's the 20th of March, 2023. And at the end of this month, these PLCX minting licenses will disappear completely because that's when we're launching our new Ultima token. And I'm going to talk about the Ultima token in just one moment. But if you just purchase one of these PLCX minters before the end of the month, then you're going to have currently 300% maximum load, what you would normally be able to load onto that license. So typically, if you was to buy the 1,100 minting license, then you would be able to load 0.01 PLCX. Now that would cost you around about $1,000 to load that minting farm. However, today, for the next few days, that is, you can load not $1,000 of PLCX, but you can actually load up to $3,000. And that means you're going to be generating far more income without having to buy 3 licenses. So that's obviously going to save you money getting started. Now, in terms of loading your minting farm, you don't have to load it immediately with $3,000. You can load it over a period of time. So the income that you're generating in the first month, you can compound that and put that back into your minting farm. So concentrating over the next maybe 3, 4, 5 months perhaps to making sure that your minting farm is fully loaded and therefore generating the maximum return because you've now got a fully loaded minting farm. So we've got 1,100, 5,500, 11,000, 27,500, 110,000 and even 550,000. Now, of course, you might say, well, 550,000, who would buy a license costing that much? But what you've got to do is compare this with those people who would typically invest their capital in the real estate market, and they would not think twice about spending $1 million or $2 million in the hope and the expectation that real estate's going to appreciate maybe by 3%, maybe 4% per annum. Maybe if they rent it out, they're going to generate another return of maybe 4% on their capital every year. So all in all, maybe they're going to generate maybe 8% per annum. But we're here to show you how you can generate 60% per month. So obviously this is attracting people all the way through the spectrum, from those people who want to get started at the lower end, all the way to those people who want to get started at the higher end. So these are the 3 steps again. You're going to register your free account. And in fact, for those people who want to register an account as quickly as possible without buying a minting license, you've actually got 30 days where you're entitled to receive commissions if you happen to recommend anybody who buys a minting license before you do. And if those referrals do buy a minting license before you in the first 30 days, you will receive that commission and you will get paid immediately. And you can either withdraw that commission or you can use that commission to buy your minting license. So that's very, very flexible within those first 30 days. And once you've bought that minting license, of course, you're going to download those applications. Or if you prefer to keep it simple, then you can just use the DBX minting minting directly from your dashboard. And if you go for that option, it's going to take you 5 minutes to register your account. If you've already got cryptocurrency, you can be up and running literally within 10 minutes. So very, very simple. And that helps us to expand our community much more quickly, of course. So these are the world of opportunities we're talking about. We've got the cashback program, the debit card, travel platform. We're providing financial education that's suitable for 2023 and beyond. We've got leadership coaching. And of course, when you get started with this business, you're not on your own, you're working with a community. That's not just the person that referred you to the business, but an entire community of people who have a financial incentive to help you achieve success in this industry. So that completes that part of the presentation. Let me take you through to another slide right now, and let me just show you what you can do with these PLCX coins. We're now launching the Smartcoin on the 30th of March 2023, and you can swap all your PLCX coins into this mother coin for our new smart blockchain known as the Smartcoin. And this smart blockchain is going to be a little bit like Ethereum. It's going to host all these different projects, all these different services. And we believe we're probably going to be the first company to have a license to offer what we call tokenization. And so all these different projects and services, including all our own projects, which are also going to be hosted on this smart blockchain, are going to put a huge demand on this smart coin itself. And for those people who do choose to swap their PLCX coins into this smart coin, you're going to receive your rewards paid out over the next 3 years. That's 1% in the first year, 2% the second year, 97% in the third year. And the reason for that is the company don't want you to swap into the smart coin and then dump those coins on the market and cause the coin to fall in value. So that's a measure put in place by the company to protect the value, and also that's going to be a benefit to the community. So that's a huge incentive. That means you can be generating your PLCX coins, you can be swapping them into the smart coin, you can be getting paid every single month for the first 3 years, and that's how that's going to work. So that's the smart coin. In addition to the smart coin, we've got this new Ultima token launching at the end of this month also. Now, let me just tell you the significance of the Ultima token. We're currently in pre-launch, of course, because we're now the 20th of March, so we've got literally 10 days before the launch of this new Ultima token. But this Ultima token that we're talking about has what we call the same tokenomics as a coin that we launched previously on the in the month of December 2021. And you'll see here, this is the chart showing that it was launched in December 21 for a value of just 10 cents. And by April, it had risen all the way up to $102,285 and a little bit beyond as well. So those members who started minting this coin became very, very wealthy very, very quickly. But of course, as with a lot of crypto, people started selling their assets, and that's what they started doing. And of course, combined with the bear market, it brought the value of that coin all the way down from 102,000 to what it is today, which I believe is around about $150. But on that first day of launch, over $80 million was invested in this new coin. And that was in what was a bear market at the time. We had no infrastructure, and that's what happened when we launched the coin in December 2021. But this is our new coin, and we've got lots of measures in place to avoid the coin falling in value this time, but it's got exactly the same tokenomics as the Ultima coin. So let's just go through those tokenomics right now. So it's called the Ultima token, and it's called the Ultima token because it sits on our own blockchain. It doesn't sit on its own blockchain, it sits on our own blockchain called the smart blockchain. But the name of the token is the Ultima token. It has the same launch price of 10 cents. So our members hopefully might be able to acquire it at 10 cents. But last time round, most of our members got in around about the $5,000 mark. But, you know, obviously that's what it's going to launch at. And the initial supply was 20,000. Well, this time round, it's going to be the same initial supply of 20,000. And the last time it had 11 million maximum supply. This time again, it's going to be 11 million maximum supply. So you can see the tokenomics are identical to when we launched the Ultima coin back in December 2021. So you can see it's completely decentralized. It's got demand and liquidity. And the difference today, of course, is when we launched the Ultima token, we only had around about 800,000 members. Today, we've got more than 2 million members, which is literally 2.5 times as many. And of course, now, what with the launch of the smart blockchain, we've got all those different products and services. We've got new companies launching their projects on our smart blockchain. We've got new tokens being launched on the smart blockchain. So we've got literally more demand than ever, and all those 2 million members as well. So we believe that the same thing is going to happen this time with the launch of the Ultima token. So if you missed out on the launch of Bitcoin and you missed out on the launch of our Ultima coin, which incidentally is the only coin ever to overtake the value of Bitcoin, then my recommendation is don't miss out on the launch of Ultima token, because the same thing is going to happen. But this time around, we've learned from our mistakes. I'm going to talk to you in a few moments what we've put in place to avoid the value of this new token being dumped on the market and bringing the value back down again. Just as a reminder, this is what we're talking about. Some of our projects that are being launched onto this smart blockchain. We've got the Ultima crowdfunding. We've got the Ultima marketplace, which is our e-commerce website. We've got the Ultima token and the farming itself. We've got the debit cards. We've got the travel platform. And also we've got the Ultima exchange as well. And all of these will use this Ultima token as a means of payment. So creating more and more demand on this actual token. So let me just take you through a scenario here, because this is typically how most people get involved in the cryptocurrency market. Most people would choose to buy a crypto. So let's say, for example, you were able to get in on this coin at $5,000. And let's say you just held that coin. Well, if the value of the coin remained the same, then of course you haven't gained anything, but you haven't lost anything. If it went up to 100,000, then of course you've done very, very well, especially if you sell it at 100,000. But if the value came all the way down to 2,500 and you became nervous, like most people do, then you're probably going to sell it and you're going to lose money. So that's what happens when people buy it and hold the coin. They typically become nervous, they sell the coin and they lose money. Now, what we're going to show you is how you can become a producer of not just the PLCUX, which we talked about initially, but how you can become a producer of this new token and how it's going to be frozen for 36 months. So when you buy that license, the license is valid for 12 months. And when you deposit into that minting farm, your funds are frozen for 36 months and actually released after 36 months. But in the interim period, for the first 12 months, you're going to receive 60% per month, which is 720% over the 12 months. So let's just think about that. You're going to receive 7.2 times what you've started with. So let's imagine you started off with one PLCUX or one Ultima token. Then at the end of 12 months, you're going to have 7.2 tokens instead of just the one. And obviously that's fantastic. At the end of 36 months, you're going to receive a release of the initial token, which means you've now got 8.2 tokens. Now you tell me, which is better? Is it better to own one token and in the example at the top there, or is it better to own 8.2 tokens? And that means that even if the value of the coin, even if the value of the token was to fall, you've still got ample room to still exit the market with a considerable profit. But we anticipate with the demand and the measures we've now got in place that this is going to rise in value, and it's going to literally repeat what happened back in December 2021. So this is how you can become a producer of the Ultima token. You register an account. It's fast, it's easy, it's very simple. There's no skills required. Got maximum security, full automation. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. And of course, that means that you can duplicate your business if you choose to recommend this to other people, which is completely optional. And this is what you're going to generate. In the first year, you're going to generate 7.2 times your capital, plus, of course, a refund of what you put into your minting farm in month 36. So effectively, you're going to get 8.2 times what you put into your minting farm. If you leave it until the second year, you're only going to receive 3.6 times your deposit that you put into your minting farm. So the sooner you purchase your minting license and the sooner you load your minting farm, the better, because it's reducing all the time. And this opportunity to produce these Ultima tokens will expire after 3 years. So the sooner you get in, the better. And of course, that's why we're at an exciting time right now in the pre-launch stage, where you can prepare and perhaps build an initial team of people who want to get in on this coin on day one. So I'm now going to talk to you about these mechanisms that the company have put in place based on their experience. And this is very, very important. The company have made a few mistakes in the past. What company doesn't make mistakes? But this company have learned from their mistakes, and they've taken all the best things and replaced all the things that maybe could be done a little bit better next time around. So let me explain what these mechanisms are. We've got what we call a responsibility indicator. And what this means is, instead of being able to withdraw 100% of your production every single month and then perhaps dumping it on the market, as was happening the last time around, the company want to encourage the community to work in the interests of the value of the coin. So if the coin value is good and it's moving in the right direction, then your responsibility indicator, when you log into your account, is going to be in the green. What that means is that 60% of your monthly income, you'll be able to immediately withdraw. However, the other 40%, you have to use that to purchase new minting licenses. Now, you can actually put your account into the automated method, and that means that your account will automatically repurchase new minting licenses. And so that's how it's going to be split on a 60-40 basis. 60% of your monthly income you can literally withdraw, and the other 40% has to go back into the purchase of new minting licenses. However, when you buy those minting licenses, it means you can put more money into your minting farm, and therefore the following months you're going to be generating more income again. The third thing to bear in mind is the fact that to prevent people from withdrawing 100% of their income, the income is going to go into their available balance, and that available balance is going to be released at the rate of 1% per day. And this is going to eliminate the possibility of anybody dumping their coins on the market. However, if the value of the coin should actually move into the yellow section, which means that the coin is starting to move in the wrong direction, then instead of being able to withdraw 60% of our income, we'll only be able to withdraw 50%, and the other 50% has to be used to purchase new minting licenses. If, however, it goes all the way into the red zone, then this time it means that none of that income can be withdrawn. We have to freeze 100%, and 100% will go back into the purchase of new minting licenses. And when we do that, by the way, when we buy these minting licenses, it actually burns the coin. That's the terminology. It burns the coin and removes those coins from the market. And it's a deflationary method to reduce the supply. And of course, what happens there is we've got a reducing supply, but an increasing demand. And so that's what we've got. We've got the launch of this new PLCU Ultima token being launched on the 30th of March. We've got these measures in place which are going to prevent it from falling in value, and that we're now going to be working in the interests of the community and in the interests of the coin. So it's going to be listed on various different exchanges, as you can see there. And as a reminder, these are the 3 different things we have to do: register an account, buy the license, and top up with what we call farming units and start producing these tokens. So those are the licenses again, going from 110 up to 550,000. I do remind you to start with at least the 1100 license, because that will come with the benefit of a MasterCard, a free MasterCard. So let's now play this short video, and this just shows you the kind of success that some people want. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you my account. You'll see that this is my account. You'll see my name at the top here. And if we go to license keys here, you'll see that I didn't just buy one minting license, I bought lots of them. So I started on the 30th of September 2022. I bought my first minting license for €1,100. I could see that that was all working fine. So I bought another one on the 14th of October, the next month, for another €1,100. I bought another one in the following month, in the November, the 14th again, for €1,100. But then on the 29th of the month, I decided to get more serious, and I bought 6 different minting licenses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each of these for 1,100, including one for 5,500. So since I got started, I've been buying more and more minting licenses, and you can see that my minting farm is currently full. So I'm now waiting for the new minting licenses, minting for the Ultima token, and so I'm going to be swapping all my PLCX coins into the Smartcoin, and I'm currently generating a really excellent return. I've currently got $34,000 worth of PLCX in my minting farm, so you can imagine what that's generating on a monthly basis, and I'm going to be swapping all of that into the new Smartcoin at the end of this month. In addition to which, I'm then going to start purchasing these new minting licenses, minting for Ultima token. So let me stop sharing the screen, and what I'll do now is I'm going to share my tablet, because I want to show you what these minting farms actually look like. So let me share my screen, and you'll see in just a few moments what you can expect once you buy a minting license and you start loading money into your minting farm. Okay, so you should now see the 2 applications at the top here. We've got my Ultima Farm minting farm. We've got the wallet. So I'm going to click on the farm here. And I'm actually minting for something called PLCU Classic. And I'm also minting for PLCX, and I'll show you that in just a few moments. But in my balances right now, you'll see I've got 0.1775 PLCX, which is around about $17,700 worth. So that's what I'm going to be swapping into the Smartcoin when it launches this month. I'm now generating more than that every single month from my minting. But I'm also generating an income from minting for the PLCUC as well. You can see I've got 0.033. So let's take a closer look at the PLCUX just here. So we click on this icon here. This shows you I've just got the one smart contract for minting the PLCUC, but with the PLCUX, I got lots of them. So the first one, remember I bought it on the 14th of October last year. And it shows that I made a deposit of 0.01515, which is around about $1,500. And I got paid on the 14th of November, which is a month later. So every single month I get paid for a full 12 months. And I got paid 0.00909, which of course is 60%. So you tell me, where could you actually put your money and get an automatic passive income every single month of 60%. And don't forget, this is not the company that's paying you, this is the blockchain that's paying you. So you're actually producing your own coins directly from the blockchain, paid to you by a smart contract. So you can see I've got lots of these smart contracts, and another one here. So I've actually got 23 smart contracts, and what that means is I've actually made 23 deposits into my minting farm to fill to the maximum. So when you buy your minting license, you can make as many deposits as you choose up to when your minting license is fully loaded. Once it's fully loaded, of course, if you want to increase your income, you've got to buy more minting licenses. And then when you load more deposits into that minting farm, that will increase your monthly income the next month. I'm going to stop sharing that. Just 1 second. Okay. And that basically rounds off this presentation. I think we finished in around about 47 minutes. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, then I'll leave some information in the description box below. I'll also leave a link where you can join my Facebook group, and you can also register your contact information on one of my contact pages. And do make contact with me, and I will give you my full help, my full support to show you how you can get started. And if you choose to build a community, how you can build a community in the quickest way possible. So thank you for your time today. I wish you have a very, very good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.